And here we are looking at the blueberries that gave us such a nice crop. They're all used up. These are the plants. It's September and pretty hot. Here are the grapes. The grapes are getting ripe. The bees are getting into them. Those are red flame seedless. And there are some interlocking. We have those both in the front. And more red flame. And then I must have one. They are yummy. I'll reach in and do the deed. Two of them. Wow. Good. And now we're looking at the blue damson, one that Sherry and Russ gave us. Those are really looking good, and they are delicious. We've been having those for a week. And then we look at the apple trees. Those are looking good, except they got worms. And now we'll look at the front yard. And that's Bev's flowers. Look over here to our pomegranate tree, which for some reason got some kind of a disease, and none of the flowers had fruit this year, although they did before. I'm going to go in there and cut that thing back, and here we are into this strawberry still ripe, everbearing in September in garden mound out front. And more of the front of the house. And we look over to the side and the front. Bev's flowers. And her water feature. And the side of the house. Now the fig tree, loaded with figs. We've already had some, plenty of sun this year. We're going to have lots of ripe figs if we can keep the birds out of them. The birds have already got into a couple of them. As soon as they start getting ripe, they go for them. And here's one that's starting to turn on the left. And I guess so many little ones there that are still getting ripe. Now we come over to the tomatoes. This is the Brandywine, and then we have some Thompson seedless grapes right in between them. Plenty of those, and they're ripe. Our raspberries that have already been long gone, but they sure gave us a lot of fruit. And now we're going to look at the yellow Brandywine. Very heavy with fruit this year. That's one of the red Brandywines that got slipped in there on a... And here's some cucumbers from our two cucumber plants, and then we have our wonderful bell pepper, which has given us several good fruit, and the poor squash there. He gets there. We go back to the yellow. And now into the greenhouse, full of tomatoes, 3 tomato plants, and they're climbing all over the greenhouse. We also have a lime tree. The lime has a few limes on it, but due to watering problems this winter, both the lemon and the lime tree didn't do like they should. Next year we should have some loaded with fruit. That's a seedless lime. And there's the tomato plants in the back, growing right up against the wall. This porch is enclosed with twin wall carbonate, and it keeps the refrigerator, freezer, from getting all nasty from the storms blowing through. Serves a dual purpose. We can grow our plants there and keep our refrigerator from getting ruined. That's it.